Hello and welcome to my channel. If you are new, I am so over the moon that you found me. And if you've been here before, oh my God, you came back. My name is Alonda Carter and I am the recovering Hunbot. I create daily anti-MLM videos, which include stories shared with me through my Google form. There's a link to that in the description. And I also examine what Huns are doing on social media. Plus, I'll do some deep dives into specific MLM companies. If you enjoy that type of content, anti-MLM, then you might want to consider subscribing. This video is Deidre's story. It's about her being an Amway distributor. Now, I'm not an expert on the nuances of Amway, so there might be some things that aren't quite right, even though I did my best to look up things that I don't understand so that I can explain them properly. You know, at least from the perspective of someone who has actually never been an Amway distributor. But as a former Beachbody Hun, I do know that all MLMs work very similarly. So if this sounds good to you, grab a cup of coffee, grab some tea, get your lunch, get your dinner, whatever, and follow me. When Deidre completed her associate's degree, she had little money. The job she had at the time didn't pay very well, and plus, she didn't have any savings. A friend approached Deidre about purchasing some Amway products. Now, Amway wasn't mentioned initially. By the way, Amway is the oldest existing multi-level marketing company. So anyway, Deidre purchased some, and then her friend asked her if she would be interested in selling them herself. Her friend told Deidre that, she could have financial freedom just by joining, but you have to be all in and do everything that you are told and not quit. Deidre was told that it will work if you work it. The system, that is, which is a step-by-step plan that when duplicated exactly as presented will lead to great financial success. Initially, her friend told her that the company was LTD. LTD is Leadership Team Development, which is an independent Amway-approved training provider headed by Larry and Pam Winters. According to the Amway website, LTD provides a system for success through quality training materials for Amway independent business owners. Deidre's price of admission into the, quote, opportunity, unquote, was $250. For her entry fee, Deidre became an Amway storefront in which she could buy the products for herself, buy them to resell, and make real money by signing up others under her as distributors. According to Deidre, a woman who was up there in Amway, in the Amway ranking system that is, spoke so convincingly about Amway and what it could offer that Deidre just bought it. It was so easy for Deidre to get caught up in the hype because this woman was likable. Basically, Deidre bought the dream she was sold in the very polished narrative that this woman told her. After her initial fee, Deidre had monthly, quote, business, unquote, expenses, which included a $90 per month for an Amway app that would allow her to run her business from anywhere, anytime. Also, there was a monthly requirement of 100 personal volume points, or PV. To maintain this requirement, it meant that either Deidre would need to purchase products herself to sell or, have others order products through her, either, retail or people that she was signing up. Personal volume relates to a dollar amount that people spend, and then you get these points for it. To receive these points, it meant roughly there needed to be $400 of products purchased in some way through Deidre, her retail customers, her downline. Her downline would be the people that she would sign up. Additionally, there was a fee for weekly meetings. The weekly meeting cost was $5, plus there were Saturday meetings as well, which to attend you had to pay $10. In total, Deidre says she paid between $500 to $600 per month, or between $6,000 to $7,200 annually. Expenses didn't stop there, as there were 4 conferences each year, and the ticket price to attend was $150 per event, which is $600 per year. However, that did not cover the hotel, transportation, or food costs. A low estimate to cover those expenses is around $630 per event, or $2,520 annually. This brings up the total yearly expenditure to be between $9,120 to $10,320 just to participate in the Amway quote-unquote opportunity. Deidre told me to receive any sort of mentorship from, what she describes as someone who's going from emerald to diamond, the upline. Upline refers to the person who signed you up. They are above you and you are their quote downline. She had to purchase a conference ticket the day it came out and also have at least 50 personal volume points. She says you really need 100 though, from purchases either she made or that she sold to others or people in her downline were getting. Also, she had to be on this thing called the subscription bundle for the app, which has a varied monthly cost. And that price tag can be anywhere from the basic, which is $89, premium is $120, or VIP, which is $250 per month. And if you are looking to growing a team, there's only one option, and that's to get the VIP. Now, I don't know what the differences are between these. I wish I did, because I think that would be, a little bit interesting to know that. So if you know how those are different, please put it in the comments below. The training that Deidre received was through weekly meetings, weekly team phone calls, and weekly gatherings at her upline's house. When she was at her upline's house, it was a place where the team would make calls to your prospects. Her marketing, though, consisted of trying to meet people, out and about, and also through meeting people on Facebook. But she was discouraged from really marketing the Amway products or opportunity through social media posts because she was told nobody likes that. Also, Deidre was told to contact people that she knows and to get them on the phone. Although she was initially told that she would only need to spend a few hours per week, somewhere between 10 to 15, to work her quote Amway business, the truth is that there is an expectation to be working it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days per year, basically all the time. So there's no rest for the weary. According to Deidre, anyone that is not in Amway is referred to as a loser. And she was not to associate with anyone outside of, the Amway people. After being in Amway for 2 years and having only signed up one person underneath her, she realized that she was spending too much time and money on something that wasn't working. What money she did make did not offset her expenditures. She made very little. In fact, she's really in the red because she didn't make enough to offset anything. So there was nothing really coming in steadily. Also, she really did not want to give up her social life or her friends that were not part of Amway. I asked Deidre to describe to me what she believes a pyramid scheme is. And according to her, it is an illegal business structure that you pay money to do the business, but it doesn't have any real products. And thus, in Deidre's mind at the time when she was in Amway, Amway could not possibly be a pyramid scheme because there's a plethora of products from which, you can actually sell. Plus, there's different celebrities, including politicians, who endorse MLM companies, and various athletes have been sponsored by MLM companies. So in Deidre's mind, it just really didn't seem possible that Amway could be a scheme. Now that Deidre is out and she's on the other side, she looks at her Amway experience and she looks at other ML companies that are labeled as pyramid schemes and sees them for what they are. Because only the people who are making any money are at the top. And now looking back, Deidre says she knows that she was brainwashed into believing what she was taught by LTD and by Amway. Deidre recalls being at various meetings around the Chicagoland area, and people would go nuts whenever Larry and Pam Winters, entered the room. The other distributors just completely idolized the Winters. And personally, Deidre always found Larry to be, a bit of an a-hole and very rude. But in these gatherings, that she attended, and when he was speaking, much of it, she says, was just like, just him rambling. There was really nothing useful or coherent that you could use, but people would be, oh, Larry's on fire, and get all ramped up. And Deidre describes Larry as really a cult-like leader. The one thing Deidre really wants people to know is none of the people that are on your MLM team will be there if you quit. Those friends that you think you have, they're not your friends. They're not going to stick around. She heard her upline say multiple times, if you quit, I will forget your name and replace you. Today, at 24, Deidre has a car that's falling apart and no savings. She wants to help others escape the clutches of MLM because she knows all they really need are bodies, just bodies coming in at the bottom. Deidre lost a lot of money while she was an Amway distributor and is now an anti-MLM advocate. Wow, that was a very powerful story. One thing that is happening right now is there is this push to believe this bit that MLMs are the career for the 21st century. All they really are is a means to separate you from your critical thinking and your money. These businesses are not designed so that everyone has a life of freedom. That is what is sold to you, is anyone can do it and you can have a life of freedom if you work the plan, work it long enough. Now, I am super, super proud of Deidre for getting out, and I'm so glad that she's now a voice for the anti-MLM movement, which is a growing grassroots movement. And yeah, we all know that MLMs will say that we are the problem because we did not believe or work hard enough. That is absolutely pure crap. It is the business model. They want you to think that, that all of that is reality so that you will keep spending your money because you, as the distributor, you're the customer. And as you keep spending money to try to make it work, that keeps you within the fold. And yes, they will get replacements, but let's just hope that we in the anti-MLM movement can save some people of the agony of being part of this destructive and cultish business model. That's why stories like Deidre's are so powerful. And that's why, I want to share as many stories as possible. If you enjoy anti-MLM content, I hope you'll consider subscribing, hit that notification bell, and give this video a thumbs up. It'd be super cool if you did. And I really, really, really appreciate the time that you spend with me. And, if we want there to be change, it's our stories that we need to get out there. We need to share them. We need to speak out. If you have an MLM story, I encourage you to share it. In fact, I encourage you to use the link in this description, and it's also on my channel description. But use that link because there's my Google form that you can answer questions and I will craft your story from it. Also, if you know somebody else, a friend of yours who has a story to share, please encourage them to share it too. Share my link with them as well. Also, I invite you to file a report with the FTC, the SEC, and your state authorities, which can vary from state to state. For me, in Texas, it's the Attorney General, but what it is for you, I'm not sure, so Google that. Also, you international people, you're going to have to rely on Google too, because guess what? I don't know international law. Most people just go into that good night when they get out of an MLM because they want to put the experience behind them, and I get that. But MLMs are counting on the fact that you're not going to take action. Imagine for a moment that these governmental entities started receiving reports, complaints about each and every single MLM every single day, Monday through Friday. Don't you think that would be a powerful and clear message that there is something rotten in Denmark? And remember, change starts now.